我哋戴錶咧，以前咧都會講一啲所謂鋼王。咁我哋舊年代嘅鋼王咧，即係不外乎都係勞力士、Omega 咁樣，即係可能講緊我哋20-30年前講咧，萬元錶咧，10,000零蚊買隻撈，咁我哋已經覺得哇，呢隻係我哋心目中嘅鋼王，比較平。咁但係嚟到呢10零年開始咧，成個瑞士錶嘅市場咧，突然之間鋼錶呢樣嘢咧就變咗一個好受歡迎，尤其是鋼嘅運動錶啦，好高級嘅一樣嘢。變咗我哋而家咧今次嘅題目就講高階嘅鋼王。咁正正就係呢20幾年咧，大概呢20年嘅時間咧，鋼錶突然之間個價格個需求升咗好多，大家對鋼製運動錶趨之若鶩，咁變咗佢哋價錢樣嘢咧升級咗好多。亦都喺過往2-3年前，即係一錶難求，大家排隊排到好激烈。咁甚至乎喺啲大牌子入邊咧，一啲鋼錶嘅價格普通冇功能嘅，佢哋嘅二手價仲會係超越咗一啲萬年曆啊、複雜功能嘅系列嘅。咁可能而家都回翻啲啦。咁正亦都之前咧聽過一啲我哋網媒啦、友好網媒啦，都會講話鋼錶衰落啦咁。但我自己心目中咧，鋼錶咧係唔會衰落嘅。然後反而係而家價格回落咗咧，我哋更加去睇翻喺一個比較恰當啲嘅價錢買到咩所謂嘅高階鋼王，都會去諗翻所謂高階鋼王，即係佢會唔會只不過係一隻普通嘅鋼錶，純粹係靠炒賣升到好高價錢，而令到我哋覺得咁樣叫高階鋼王咧？喺我心目中唔係嘅。我覺得牌子啦、佢哋嘅製作啦、佢哋嘅設計點都要有比起普通一般鋼錶咧係有唔同嘅先至去認可佢嘅。呢幾年我最欣賞、最中意嗰隻就係朗格嘅 Odysseus 啦。幾年前初出嘅時候，我已經有拍片噶啦。呢個感覺咧係有革新咗嘅，個藍面啊，佢哋個 day 設計啦，好有特色嘅大視窗入力啦，鏈帶嗰個位咧係擘闊咗嘅，個錶帶亦都係重新設計，特別高人嘅燈特別靚嘅，成個設計高級感好多。講真話，幾萬蚊買隻鋼錶嗰個級數的而且確嘅感係唔同嘅。如果我心目中嘅高階鋼王就係朗格嘅 Odysseus 啦。至於另一隻可能係話講緊10幾年前，就係啱啱會係Patek Philippe 嘅 Nautilus 啦。咁佢哋大概喺10幾年前就再 relaunch 過成個錶，咁啱啱就係掀起咗成個高級運動錶腕錶嘅熱潮。好記得當陣時咧，我係可以買到5711或者5712嘅，咁呢兩隻俾我揀。喺2-3年前已經停產咗嘅571，無論係炒價、受歡迎程度咧，係比572仲要高嘅。咁但係在我嚟講咧，當陣時我揀咗572嘅，我覺得好難得係一個簡單錶入邊佢嘅 Power Reserve 啦，同埋佢小三針日曆兼月相咧鋪排得咁好。通常喺咁細嘅錶盤入邊，越多功能咧係越容易混亂嘅。但係我覺得572係排得好渾然天成。咁當陣時咧，我就揀咗572嘅，即係我覺得無論個佩戴感啊 Lotus 成個設計樣嘢戴上手好舒服啊，純粹唔計炒價，就算571比較高一啲都好，我自己心目中都係中意5712。咁 Lotus 嘅572同埋朗格嘅 Odysseus 咧，係我呢10零年係新舊兩隻我最中意嘅高階鋼王。
Well, thank you for having me again. It's nice to be able to talk about steel watches today. I think my favorite steel watch, like steel luxury sport watch, is still the Nautilus. You know, like the Nautilus is iconic and it's a classic for good reason. Like the design of it, the refinement of the design and the refinement of how it's constructed, all of its details really is like the top, the peak. Like it's really hard to beat the Nautilus. But that being said, I'm very interested in the 222. I think right now, Vacheron is doing a really great job. And, you know, seeing the gold 222 from a few years ago and now the steel 222, I think the 222 is extremely comfortable. The bracelet is way better than the vintage original. The color is very delicate, but very attractive. I like the fact that it has that tiny little gold Maltese cross in the bottom right corner. And, you know, for me, the only issue with the 222 is the size. So it doesn't quite fit me. It's a little bit big on me. Whereas like a Nautilus, especially the older, smaller Nautiluses, like the 3800, like the 5800, those fit me great. and so I'm a fan of both of these watches. I don't believe there's an ideal size for a watch. You know, people are different sizes. Some people are bigger, some people are smaller, some people have big arms, some people have small arms, and it's really more important for the manufacturer to provide different options. You know, it's really, really important to have these different sizes available so different sizes of people can wear it. I mean, I work in clothing, and I don't have a store that only sells one size. I have a store that sells many sizes because there are many different shapes and sizes of people out there. It's interesting, like 20 years ago, luxury steel watches were, you know, expensive, but not so expensive that they kind of made your eyes pop out of your head a little bit. I mean, 20 years ago, you could definitely still get a Nautilus at a discount. You know, you could buy them secondhand for like 10,000 US. You know, they were a lot cheaper back then. But now they've really become like a luxury and kind of a status symbol. Their role is in the horological world has definitely changed a lot. You know, there's a big difference in the price today compared to 20 years ago. And I think a lot of it is really driven by just how many people want these watches. You know, if you to go back 20 years, not everybody really knew what a Nautilus is or was. Whereas today, like most people, you know, especially if there's something, if they're sort of adjacent to luxury, like they would know what a Nautilus is when they hear that word. They know, oh, that's a very fancy, expensive sport watch from Patek. And, you know, the price rises as a result, right? Like even if Patek was to dedicate all their production time to just make Nautiluses, they probably still couldn't fulfill all of the orders for Nautiluses out there. And so slowly, the price just goes up to match the market's demand. If you were to go back 10 years, 20 years, and you're sort of looking for like a great deal on a steel watch, especially a luxury steel watch, the Nautilus was the one. It really was not very expensive for what it was back then. I used to buy them 15 years ago for just over 10,000 US dollars. Actually, if you're talking about kind of great value, really interesting steel watches from back then, like the Royal Oaks in the small sizes, like the one I'm wearing, 34 millimeters with a quartz movement, but ultra thin, these were like a few thousand US, and they were amazing watches. Everyone kind of forgot about them in the mid 2000s, but actually like they were great watches and they were cheap. I think today, if you wanted to look for a nice steel bracelet watch, obviously like Rolex is always a great candidate. They make wonderful things. If you can get it at retail, the price is actually extremely reasonable for what you get. I think Tudor is making wonderful things right now as well. The Black Bay 54 is one of my favorites. And if you want to go a little bit lower in price, I think Ming, there's like a basic black Ming, which I believe they call the Minimalist. That with the matching bracelet, that's a great watch. Really like great design ideas, beautifully made. Or another personal favorite of mine is there's a King Seiko. There's a basic King Seiko that's about 1,700 US dollars that is my pick for like anyone who wants to get started in watch collecting, wants like a nice steel bracelet watch.
Sparrow 今次咧想揾我揀一隻咧鋼黃手錶，我個人咧就揀咗一隻126500白面地通拿，同大家分享下我對地通拿揀呢隻錶嘅原因啦。年青嗰陣時咧，同我爹哋喺樓梯底做錶賣錶嗰時咧，買一隻16520咧係6萬零蚊，5萬3萬幾蚊公價我記得。咁咧炒到今時今日咧。鋼黃嘅價值，譬如好似攞翻呢隻嚟講啦，我揀嘅嚟講啦，最新呢隻126500呢隻鋼圈啦，再之前嗰隻11650咧就係陶瓷圈啦，咁就加咗個鋼圈，就好似我哋而家玩緊 vintage 嘅6263咁嘅樣。我記得當年我賣6263嘅價錢大概38000蚊嘅，咁賣隻新嘅16520咧就大概5萬尾到6萬蚊嘅，咁其實。嗰陣時，如果你懂得去收藏揀錶咧，嗰陣時嚟講咧，買地通拿係好抵嘅。你相對嚟講，其實最高峰期16520啦，我講緊我早期啦，因為16520都出咗好多代，第一代嘅跌字啦，我自己儲嘅第一代跌字啦，高峰期我記得有人出到100萬同我買，後尾我都冇選擇買嘅，因為嗰隻係我哋叫做 crystalline 啦，好似啲陶瓷咁嘅形狀，好似白色奶面咁樣樣嘅。咁咧呢個咧要同大家分享另外一樣嘢就話早期咧我哋買16520係買黑面，係唯獨是跌字呢只咧，我哋 crystalline 呢就會買白面嘅啫。咁好短時間啫，跟住就一路以來都係買黑面嘅。係到近代呢5-6年啦，16500出陶瓷圈嗰時咧，啲人就走翻去咧買呢個白面，好奇怪㗎呢個現象。其實個潮流究竟點解會發生由白又變黑，黑又變翻白咧？其實就都係個設計上面影響咗嘅，因為你加咗陶瓷圈變咗黑色，黑色襯呢個對比色個錶面咧，事實上就好似舊款咁啲6263啊，好似啲舊款錶有個好對嘅 contrast 好大。咁就會靚啲嘅白面，但係如果黑面對相對嚟講咧，就冇咗所謂而家市面上有啲人認為個似咗熊貓面啊，熊貓隻眼黑色啊。咁另外頭先講緊價錢啦，而家買一隻新裝地通拿126500係講緊20零萬，咁平咗啲㗎啦，但係公價係12窿啲嘅咋，12萬到，咁超公價都成1倍。咁你問我鋼王而家點解相比嗰陣時同而家其實鋼王嚟講勞力士算抵㗎啦，因為你如果攞另外兩隻，我喜歡有一隻3712同埋5712，而家5712再講5711、3710、3700。如果大家有玩錶，大家一定會知道啦。而家頭先我講緊嗰兩隻錶，一隻就講緊20幾萬，一隻講緊成100萬嘅，炒到160幾萬最記得。而家跌翻到埋回落翻落嚟咧，都講緊新價計全新啊80萬。咁二手嘅早期嘅偏早期嘅60零萬有㗎咯喎。咁你話平平咧？如果相對最高峰期到而家真係其實幾吸引買。呢一隻咧就係我自己收藏嘅其中一隻咧，好特別嘅地通拿啦，係自家機芯嘅第一代116-520啦。特別嘅地方就係咧，你見到塊邊面好 plain，純粹啲 index 喺度嘅啫。佢點解會咁咧？因為呢隻 texting dial 嚟嘅，將隻地通拿裝咗呢件 texting dial 送去天文台政府機構認證。咁啊，送完去天文台認證之後咧，下邊咧就會寫咗2行大家經常見到嘅 certificate 嘅意思啦。即係攞咗個 certificate 咧，你就有嗰2行 superlative chronometer certificate 呢2行字。但係因為未攞之前啊嘛，咁就要攞呢件面去做咗先。所以呢件面咧好 plain，但係 index 好準確，因為要嚟 check 錶嘅。所以我中意啲特別少少嘅嘢。
首先多謝 Spiral 嘅邀請啦，你哋揀咗8隻高階鋼王，咁啱咧8隻我自己都有佩戴過嘅，咁所以呢度可以做一個少少嘅分享。咁啊之後我會講下我點解揀咗一隻我自己係最中意嘅。咁我諗 Rolex 嘅熊貓迪同埋 PP 嘅 Nautilus 5711、AP 嘅 Jumbo 咧，咁我諗呢3隻係實在太完美啦。無論係佢嘅設計啦，同埋佢嘅佩戴嘅舒適度，完全已經係天花板㗎啦。咁朗格嘅 Odysseus 咧，呢隻錶佢包含咗好多朗格本身好經典嘅元素啦。我自己本人都係非常之中意嘅。咁唯一有一樣嘢就係可能有少少挑剔啦。咁佢嘅錶帶咧就俾唔到一種好高級同埋好即係 luxury 嘅嗰種感覺。咁 H.Moses 嘅 Streamliner， 我知亦都有好多朋友都好想購買就換錶。咁但係 Streamliner 咧，始終我因為平時着西裝啊，所以隻錶對於我嚟講可能大咗少少。咁另外咧就有2隻都係VC 嘅，一隻就係今年啱啱推出嘅一隻鋼錶222啦。我自己個人咧其實就比較 prefer 嗰隻黃金嘅，俾人感覺係 vintage 嘅版本。咁另外 Overseas 啦，我自己覺得都係大咗少少嘅。咁2隻錶咧，可能我係真係有少少太 critical 啊。錶圈嗰度咧，佢有啲粒草就會有灰入去嘅。呢2樣嘢係令到我有少少即係 hesitate 嘅。好啦，咁最後我諗講完咧，就大家都知我最中意嘅個腕錶咧，係 from 呢8隻咧，就係 Cubitus。咁呢個亦都係最近最熱門嘅話題啦。第一，我係好中意佢深少少嘅 Oliver Green。咁大家都知啦，過去5711係最後 discontinue 嗰一年咧，推出咗1年嘅，所以 呢隻綠色我自己係好中意，因為佢當年擺喺5711入邊嘅時候咧，佢比較細，你其實睇唔出嗰種綠嘅。咁而家嘅 Cubitus 係40mm，個綠色就會睇到係好靚。另外一樣嘢就係 Cubitus 咧，我覺得佢係繼承咗 Nautilus 所有最經典嘅元素啊。咁其中當然包括佢嘅錶帶啊等等嗰啲設計。咁呢樣嘢我覺得係好好嘅，因為其實勞力士 Rolex 譬如話5G 鏈帶咧，佢都係好多唔同定位嘅 model 上邊，佢都有用嘅。咁其實大家有冇去彈佢？咁點解如果有一樣嘢係好 classic 好好嘅，就唔可以話去 transfer 去用喺 Cubitus 上面咧？咁我自己覺得係絕對冇問題嘅。如果係好係靚，就應該去用喺個新嘅 model 嗰度。第三就係因為係個方形嘅錶啦，我自己暫時本人嗰個收藏咧就未有一個方形嘅錶嘅。咁我就好想去收藏一隻方形嘅錶。咁呢個就係我最主要原因啦。嗱，我諗歷史就不停咁樣去 repeat 㗎啦。其實當年好多品牌啊，大嘅品牌，佢哋當佢推出新嘅 model 嘅時候咧，咁大家一開始都係各樣嘢覺得彈啊或者鬧啊，好多負評咁樣。咁但係過咗幾年之後，就變咗一錶難求㗎咯嚇。咁我諗係大家要將呢樣嘢要 take into account。